Hello. Now I'm going to be talking about connecting the dots, patterns and new patterns. So there's a stage in healing that people don't talk about very much, and that's the stage after insight. After you've read the books, cried in the tears and understanding your childhood, yet nothing seems to change. You still react the same way, still overgive, still carry too much, still feel responsible for everyone. And that's usually when people think they're failing, but they're not. They've simply reached the point where healing becomes psychological instead of emotional, structural instead of reflective, practical instead of exploratory, and that is where real changes begin. Most of what we call personality isn't personality at all. It's conditioning, it's patterning, it's adaptation. It's you grew up without emotional safety. The built-in strategies, hypervigilance, people-pleasing, emotional suppression, over-functioning, hyper-independence. These aren't flaws, they're trauma responses. They were intelligent ones, they kept you safe. But what protects you at 8 years old can quietly imprison you at 60. Patterns don't live in your thoughts, they live in your nervous system. Memories before you think your body may react. The amygdala fires, stress hormones rise, the atomic nervous system shifts into flight, fight, freeze, and suddenly you're reacting before you've had time to choose. That's not weakness, that's neurobiology. So the stage of healing becomes, it's not a weakness, that's neurobiology. So this stage of healing becomes about recognizing the patterns clearly, triggers, body responses, automatic behaviors. Once you can see the chain, you realize something important. You're not broken, you're patterned. So that's not weakness, that's neurobiology. So this stage of healing becomes about recognizing the patterns clearly. Trigger, body responses, automatic behavior. Once you can see that chain, you realize something important. You're not broken, you're patterned. And anything patterned can be repatterned. This is where neuroplasticity comes in. The brain changes through repetition. Neurons that fire together wire together. What you practice, you strengthen. So repatterning isn't dramatic, it's behavioural, it's deliberate, it's often boring. It looks like saying no without over-explaining, letting someone help you, resting without feeling guilt, walking away when you feel deregulated, not fixing anything, not carrying anything, small choices repeated. But neurologically, they're huge because every different response teaches the nervous system safety. Insight happens in the thinking brain, the functional cortex, but survival patterns live lower down in the lymphatic system and the body, which means understanding alone doesn't change behavior. Experiences does, safety does, repetition does. So healing becomes experimental. You teach your system something new, thoughts, action. You also start naming things accurately. Over-functioning, hyper-independence, people-pleasing, perfectionism, emotional numbing, caretaking. Once you name them, you stop blaming yourself. You stop saying, this is just me. and start saying, this is a learnt response, and learnt responses can change. Yeah, so you don't feel responsible for anyone else. You become steadier, calmer, more boundaries, not because you've forced change, but because you've repeated safety until your nervous system believed it. That's how we connect the dots. That's how we build new patterns. And that's where real freedom begins. So enjoy this video. Thank you for being here and watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.